Isabel, we're hearing many theories of this. What do you think is the most likely one from this Air India crash?
I mean, to be honest, my guess is as good as anybody's. I don't know any more than anybody else. And I think, speculation is always rife after a crash like this. But the fact that, somebody survived, just one person as well, has made this, a bit of a media feeding frenzy. We may never know as well. There is also that possibility. I think all avenues have to be explored. I think the fact that, we're reading reports from the media in India that perhaps there had been a number of issues logged with that specific aircraft, that is concerning. I think the fact that the medical records are now being poured over into the captain. I believe his mother had died a couple of years ago and he was planning to leave the airline. This is according to the Telegraph I was reading, was planning on leaving the airline in order to take care of his elderly father. This may be an invasion of his privacy, and we can debate the ethics of whether or not we should be discussing it all, but the reality is those things need to be examined to better understand what happened. But these cockpit recordings certainly give the impression that the pilot of the plane seemed strangely calm, whilst his co-pilot seemed to be a little more alarmed by what happened. That being said, he did make that Mayday alarm call, as was protocol, so perhaps it is unfair to try and read anything in, because of course the quality also wasn't fantastic on that cockpit recording. So who knows, it could, as you say, also have been a hack. Let's hope that all the investigations are thoroughly carried out, so that all of the victims' families, let's remember that's what this is all about, all of those who've lost lives in this can have those answers to those questions.